No, I haven't yet, but I
You've got to,
hear everybody's just been raving about it. So yeah, I'll put it on my
yeah,
list for sure.
you, you've got to see it. It definitely, there's some both sides to this, but
Mhm.
there is definitely a huge call out against we can remake everything. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, leave it to them to keep doing what they've been doing because they're always the ones that stay consistent, saying, you know what, we're gonna do what we do the way we do it, and nobody is gonna change us.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna
We're
see
gonna.
if they do or not, if they bend or break, because that's what we've all been here waiting for this.
Nah, they're
So
they're not they're not gonna break. They're not gonna bend. They will pack up and just say, you know what, it's been a good run. We're done. But they'll do that before they bend and cater to anybody else.
but that's the problem is they've been bending and catering to a certain um whatever you want to call it, subsection, minority. Listen to the few, ignore the many, ignore your fans.
Mhm.
Ignore your fans. I think no one no one is more egregious of that sin than Paramount and Disney,
Well,
especially
that's
with what they did with Star Wars and Lucasfilm.
yeah. Well, that's a Paramount and Disney thing for you. But if that's the case, then goddamn, everything I know continues to be wrong. Calling myself out.
And a huge thank you. Let me get a couple of things before we play the intro. Chris Persia with a $20 Rumble rant. Thank you so very much, my friend. And he says, "Happy birthday, boss." Thank you so very much, Chris Persia. Gesture of Sin with $15 Rumble rant says, "Happy birthday, Loki." Thank you so very much, Gesture of Sin, for that $15 Rumble rant. Thank you guys so very much. Mr. Tickle Trunk with a $5 super sticker. It says, "Keep it up." And it's a pair working his biceps. Saying, "Keep it up, Loki." So very much, brother, for your $5 Canadian super sticker. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And I think we're going to get the show started.
Let's roll it.
Let's roll it. Let's give you guys this goal and we will get this party started. So let's see. We're going to go OG.
OG
What we're
baby.
gonna do. We're gonna go OG. If I can find it, since Mike changed everything. There it is. All right, here we go. Skull.
Go.
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat up, boy. That's a
That's a
dollar bill.
dollar bill, baby.
And Mark the Infinitely Tired has come in along with Keely Chow. Keely Chow throws in a member chat. He's been a member for 14 months and he's a warrior of Asgard. He says, "Happy birthday, Stone Loki." Thank you so much, Keely Chow. Mark the Infinitely Tired right behind him. He has been a wrench here and a glorious ally of Valhalla. Brother, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you, Wrenches. Thank you, Chris Persia. Thank you, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Thank you, Josh. Dude, Project Storytime. Yes, I dead named you, but I love you, brother. Thank you so very much. He says, "Happy birthday, Loki." Thank you. Grumpy Old Marine Vet with $20 Rumble Rant says, "Happy birthday, little brother." Thank you.
God
Thank
damn.
you so much.
All on fire already. Jesus. We don't
Thank
need
you,
an
guys.
intro when we got all this shit rolling in.
Mr. Tickle Trunk with $5 Canadian super chat. Congratulations on done getting born. Thank
Yeah.
you, my friend, so very much for that $5 Canadian super chat. And Adega Outlaw with the 1999 super chat says, happy birthday. Thank you, Adega. Guys, Adega's going to have a huge show coming up. We're going to be doing a like a Halloween bash,
Woo.
and we're going to have some spooky stories. It's going to be a spooky stream, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. So thank you. Good morning, Arlena. Good morning, Machiny Draws. Good morning, my friend Arwen Avalon, the lady Arwen Avalon. We might just skip the intro this morning.
We're already running long in the
Thank you.
quote intro time.
And Machiny with the $20 super chat. It's one of the greatest friends you could ever have on YouTube. I wish you Loki, a very, very happy birthday. Thank you so very much, Machni. Guys, all of you, Pat S. Thank you. Helion. Good morning, Helion. Thank you, Larry. The man's so nice. You got to say his name twice, Larry. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Good morning. Morning,
God,
everybody. Thank you so
lively
very
bunch.
much. Lively bunch.
Lively bunch of
It is Scorpio season.
It is Scorpio season.
It is Scorpio season.
Zero's got his stingers and fangers out ready to go as always. That's the way of life. So yes, big happy birthday to my brother Loki, who's God been bouncing up and down all over our lives for God well over 10 years now. But we're still here, brother. We're still kicking ass. We're still taking names, and I am always happy to be along for the ride with you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zero. It's always a pleasure to blow shit up and set shit on fire with all of you. And speaking of fire, we're going to give you guys a skull. This one is courtesy of Jesters, Darth Arlena, for all of you, for Machni, for Adega, for Mr. Tickle Trunk, for grumpy old Marine vet Dean over on Rumble. This one's just for you guys. Skull! Later today, guys, keep your eyes peeled, because later today we are going to do a giveaway live. I won't be live that long because today's crazy. I won't be live that long later today, but we're going to give away a Cobra Hiss tank to a lucky member of Valhalla. So thank you guys so very much for having faith in me, for being here, for being a part of the being a part of Valhalla, being on the membership that will be open to top tier members of Patreon and the 2 top tiers here on YouTube that are members. Thank you guys so very much. DJ Ronnie G with $20 super chat. Happy birthday. Congrats on being married to somebody with a good sense of humor. God, does she have a good sense of humor, especially for putting up with me, for overcoming food poisoning. Skull. Thank you, DJ Ronnie G, so very much. It's been crazy. The last couple of days have been absolutely crazy. The last month has been absolutely crazy. But it's been a wonderful ride.
It's been a good crazy for you.
It's been a good crazy. It has.
It's been a very, very good crazy.
It's been a good crazy. Except for the food poisoning.
Yeah.
So that was nuts. That was horrible.
But you're here.
I'm here.
Still here. Still alive.
Still alive. And then, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Oh my God. I tell you what, man, if the day comes when you and I ever get together somewhere and we do that handshake, fuck, man, we're not going to let it go.
Oh God.
The hands, they're going to clap, and then we're just going to stand there. And
I'll look at you, you'll look at me, I'll be like, what's wrong? Security got you pushing too many pencils.
Make it easy on yourself, Dutch. Oh my God. I'm waiting for it. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's nice. It's nice to laugh.
It is.
It's nice to laugh.
And I, especially, guys, we're gonna be talking about the troubles over at Disney tomorrow, on Taco Tuesday, with everything that's been going on. I laughed my ass off this last weekend when I watched Into the Pandaverse. If you want about an hour of holy shit, that is the funniest shit I've ever seen. And some deep rooted honesty, because I want to tell you guys something. There's some shit in there that needs to echo through this space, especially. I see a lot of people that have been like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing. They called out Kathleen Kennedy. They called out Disney. They didn't just do that. They called out all the people that have blamed Kathleen Kennedy for everything. Like, she is the bane of everyone's existence. She's responsible for it all. She's the one who's done all this. And if we just get rid of her, everything will be fine. They called out those people too. So I absolutely enjoyed it. It was just it left me in stitches.
Well, they don't really, hold the punches back when they're ready to go. And I mean, the interesting about one of the interesting things about that series that I've always found is they do have, they don't pride themselves on being preachy or anything like that. They take satire for nothing more than what it is, and they just have an absolute ball with it. They can laugh at themselves, they laugh at what they do, they laugh at what they write, they laugh at everything. But even underneath all that, there's many times where they have good, wholesome, pretty much down to earth, honest messages underlying, all the the funny shit that goes on top.
Gina laid down the honest truth on Twitter. Larry, abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Gina Carano decimated safe spaces and what goes on at Lucasfilm and Disney. She absolutely positively dropped a bomb. Grumpy old Marine that apparently agrees. Dean over on Rumble says apparently Gina Carano dropped some bombs on Twitter where Disney is concerned. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not have been happier. Could not have been happier. This is the kind of stuff we have been calling out, this mess for years, ladies and gentlemen. And now their own industry is turning on them and saying, oh, they're right. Do you know how many times there have been, I've heard reports and I've heard actual producers, directors say this show should have been canceled. This movie should never have happened. But it is, and they're acting like it's a success. That's that's insanity.
Yeah.
So Pacific 414, good morning, my friend. Good morning. He says, happy birthday to you, Loki, and congratulations to both you and Eris. May you both have a long life together. Thank you with the $20 super chat. And YouTube says, let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Thank you so very much, Pacific 414. Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Very much. This one is just for you. We're gonna hit you with a skull. I think we're gonna get a little ornery this morning. I think we're gonna get a little ornery. So this one's just for you, brother. Skull.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
And that's it. And that's it right there. Penny says, I don't watch South Park, but after hearing about it, I watched it and laughed my ass off. That is awesome. Penny, you know what? I stopped watching South Park like 10 years ago.
It's been a while.
And but every once in a while I catch their specials.
Yeah.
Laugh my ass off.
Always
nice coming back to that little mountain town.
Yeah. God, the specials are always awesome too. I remember like years ago when they were doing Imagination Land and all this kind of stuff. And, it was like a 3-part thing. And then they had it come out as a standalone thing on DVD, which I bought because I was nuts about. And I'm thinking, man, they know how to tell a story, like all the little, things in there that just come together to make up the sum of the parts. I'm thinking, God damn, these guys, they get it. They know exactly what they're doing.
They do. They know exactly what they're doing, and they are unapologetic about it. There's already been calls saying that they're anti-Semites, that they're ists, obes, and Yahtzees. And what's funny is Trey Parker is Jewish. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Good luck with that one. They're ists, obes, Yahtzees, anti-Semites. It's absolutely absolutely wonderful to see these people try and cope with the fact that they got smacked down. And this is happening all over the entertainment industry. Guys, do you really think it's that important to these people when they're removing stuff? So let's talk about, have you played Spider-Man 2? Has anybody in here played Spider-Man 2 or watched? Throw 1 in chat if you watched it, if you played it, whatever. It's absolutely fabulous game, but then you get to these really weird bits in the side stories where you're like, what the hell happened and why did they do this? Okay, so one of them, number 1, Mary Jane looks like a Karen. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. They've supposedly used this beautiful model to play Mary Jane. No, they took the writer, and I mean, it's her. It is her. You can see pictures all over the internet. There's stuff going on all over on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it. It is disgusting that you would pay to have someone come in and do the likeness of, and then you don't use her, you use this Karen that no one cares about. So right off the bat, Mary Jane looks absolutely horrible. It's like they self-inserted. Yes, thank you. They did a self-insert. Number 2, but as far as like dealing with her, it's somewhat better than the last game. She was absolutely insufferable in the first game. So you get this insufferable Mary Jane in the first game. And there are some people that are like, oh my God, Loki, she's so great. She says, go get him, Tiger, at the very end of the game. That's the only time she's positive towards Peter. Everything else is, because you were Spider-Man, we like so totally had to break up. It like totally ruined our relationship. You being Spider-Man. Yeah. Marsha. Spider-Man.
God, same thing.
So you've got that. You've got this thing with Miles Morales where they do this. Oh, well, his girlfriend is a deaf person of color, and you have to be here. That way you can experience what it's like to be a deaf woman of color in a video game.
See, that just makes no sense to me.
So you have to do this mission where you're spray painting walls, and you have to like shake your controller. It's one of the most groaning experiences you're gonna have.
Good God. So you can have the experience of being a deaf woman of color. Is that what qualifies you now? So if I go out to the store and buy whatever this year's version of Call of Duty out there, and I go in and play a campaign for an hour or 2, does that make me qualified to be an Army vet? Is that the same thing?
It's bad. It's bad. Mahogany draws the $10 super chat. When MJ becomes Scream and attacks Peter, the battle with her is an insufferable tirade blaming Peter for everything. And Peter having to constantly say, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's serious writing issues. This is happening everywhere. Except overseas, when they decide to remove those aspects from the game because they can't get away with having them. They can't get away with selling a game that has this substance. So let me ask you something. If it was really that important, if these things that are affecting our entertainment were really that important, why would they be removing them? Why would they be removing them overseas but leaving them here? Because they want to pander to the people here that love that shit. They don't care about you. They want to insert it into your entertainment. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about their fan base. Lucasfilm does not give a shit about its fan base. Disney does not give a shit about its fan base. Paramount does not give a shit about his fan base. That's just the way it is. They do not care. When something is doing so horribly, they can't see how it ever continued to keep going. But it is, because it's getting the financial support to do it, but it's not getting the fan support to do it. No, something is off the rails and wrong. And that is why we are heading into a collision course with entertainment, and they have screwed over the fan base. And you know what? There's going to be people that walk away and never go back. Thank you, Marketing Draws, for your $10 super chat, brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you, brother. Sko hitting you with the abs.
Spartans! What is your profession?
And Soul Assassin, I used to absolutely agree with that, except for one thing. Now it doesn't matter because they're getting paid. They're getting paid. It doesn't matter whether the product does good or not because they've already been paid. It doesn't matter where the money's coming from, whether it's coming from us paying their bills or somebody else. They are getting paid and they don't care. It doesn't have to do good. That's the problem. It doesn't have to make money because they're getting paid either way. That's what's crazy. That's why this has drug out and has been a slog in the entertainment industry for the last 7 years. We've been dealing with this for years now, and they don't care. They don't want to listen. They don't give a shit because they're going to get paid either way. They're going to get the money either way. That's what has kept this going. That is why this continues to be the way it is. Marketing Draws, to be fair, Loki Peter has been effed over so bad in the comics right now. They let him be married with MJ with kids in the Ultimate Universe and not in the main 616 universe. Yes, they did. It's called, what is it? The Parkers, right? And he's going to wake up one morning and find out MJ's been getting drilled by Venom behind his back, and one of his kids isn't even his kids. Just wait. They'll do it because they don't care.
It's a great idea.
Just wait, because they do not care, because they're getting paid anyway. And as long as they keep getting paid, they don't give a shit. I used to be the first one, Soul Assassin, Machini, all of you. I used to be the first one that said, close your wallets and stop paying these people. Close your wallets and stop giving them the money. I walked away from Disney. I turned my back on Star Wars and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not watching this shit anymore. I don't care if it's for a review. I don't care if it's for a show. I don't care if it's for a video. I don't need the money that bad. I'm not going to watch this shit. I'm not going to do it. I turned my back on that portion of entertainment because I was tired of seeing something I loved destroyed and ground under the boots of people that don't give a shit about it. Zero. How many times did you support something even when it was kind of dead? How many times have you shelled out cash, hard-earned cash, your hard-earned money for something that is kind of dead, but you love it so much that you're like, you know what, I'm going to continue to financially support it because I love it?
It's a tough question. It's a tough question and it's an easy question. And I'll tell you why. It's because the tough part is trying to think of what I last financially supported with anything out there in any type of media whatsoever. To go out and buy a physical copy of something, or hell, even a digital version of something, whether it's an album, a game, whatever. Or your subscription services with, Netflix and streaming platforms and all that. So the tough part is trying to pick something that I actually, shelled out the cash for. The easiest way to answer it is say, well, I don't know, because I gave up. I gave up on doing all that stuff a long time ago because, like you said, we're beaten down and just so jaded by everything that just comes and goes with the whole tear down, rebuild, pay us philosophy. They get their money, they get their financial support, they tear it down, they rebuild it, bang, done. It doesn't matter if fans support it or not, they just move on to the next. Tear down, rebuild, pay us. Tear down, rebuild, pay us. And I got to the point where I said, you know what? I don't have interest in this anymore. Like the industry as a whole, I don't have an interest in it anymore because there's nothing out there that tickles my fancy or makes me get excited about, a new project or a reboot or anything for that matter. My interest for that waned a long time ago and it never came back because it was just the same repeated bullshit that happens over and over and over again. And I got to a point where I said, enough is enough because you just can't keep feeding yourself the same shit sandwich and think it tastes good because we know bullshit when we see it and we're not taking that crap. So I gave it up. Plain and
Pat
simple.
S says, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Nope, that was it. I just gave it up.
Pat S says, I hope you turn your back on Star Wars before Andor came out. That's 10 hours of my life I'll never get back. I saw the first 2 episodes and I said, no,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to keep watching it. So
No.
it was after Book of Boba Fett. And Book of Boba Fett was honestly some hilarity. They never expected it to be hilarious. The haha, my bike. The Pee Wee Herman bike.
Mm-hmm.
My bike.
Jesus. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Tales from Beyond the Grave.
Tales from Beyond the Grave.
Oh my God.
It was so horribly bad that it was laughable. And I just stopped. I couldn't anymore. You get sick of it. You get sick of seeing something you love get turned to absolute trash.
Yeah.
You get sick of dealing with it. You get sick of watching it. And you know what? I just don't.
Yeah.
I have no faith in these companies.
No, you can't do it. It's like when you and I last year, wherever it was, tried to review the new Star Trek series, Strange Brew Hurls or whatever the hell it was. I know we've beat this horse to death too. But Loki said, hey, and thank God I didn't technically pay to watch that as well. Because good God, I wouldn't have wanted my money back. But when I thought, okay, I'll sit down. I'll make an effort to try this for you, Loki, for the show. I will watch this for the show so we can have something to talk about, tell the folks what we think. And the 4 episodes I got into it just, again, reinforced everything I already knew. This is crap. I don't like it. I don't want this anymore. I'm done.
Chris Persia says, speaking in physical copies, get them while you can because Best Buy will be phasing out physical media. Best Buy is getting its ass kicked right now. Best Buy is in the toilet. That's the reason why they're going to phase out physical media. They want to act like, hey, we're the first. Come get your little cards that you can you can redeem movies now. We're going to have a whole wall of cards that you can take home and redeem a movie on. They think that's going to be the way. They think they're going to be leading the new entertainment drive with little cards you get to take home, little gift cards that say, I own this movie. No, that ain't going to happen. No, not as long as you have Walmart, not as long as you have these other stores that are going to be pushing physical media. You know what? I thought DVDs were done. We've got Blu-ray, we've got 4K, we've got 2 newer generations of physical media. And you know what? You walk into a Walmart, look at their movie section. There's more DVDs in that section than there are anything else. And I'm not talking about old movies either. I'm talking about brand new shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think physical media is going anywhere.
No, it can't. Not for a while, at least. I mean, look at new releases that come out when they set the displays up and shit like that. They'll have a row of the Blu-rays, and then there's always shitloads of DVDs and stuff with it. People they still like having options out there.
Man Squatch, I love it. In 5 years, Best Buy will be phasing out physical washing machines, dryers, and refrigerators. That's because they're going to get their ass kicked in court. Why? Because they blatantly say on their website, if you are white, do not bother applying. You know what? I've got some ancestors that are Irish that would like to respond to that.
Mm.
I've got some Irish in my family tree that would have a few words for you, Best Buy.
We can only imagine.
Penny vinyl is back. Yes, it is. God. Who else here loves their vinyl collection?
I love my vinyl. I mean, and you know what's funny? The last new vinyls that I got were re-releases probably like 10, 15 years ago when they were, coming out as a novelty item or, hey, remember this? Well, here's a few more. We'll just, do a short run of these. But I mean, the majority of vinyl that I have is still the same old shit from, like 20, 30 plus years ago. I mean, no shit. In this room I'm sitting in right now, on my wall in front of me, I have Michael Jackson's Thriller framed on the wall. I mean, shit. I hang on to it, baby. Just beat it. I'd show you if I could, but he's there. He's staring at me in that white suit, holding those baby tiger cubs and shit like that. He's there. It's Thriller, baby. 41 years later.
They said you know what? Vinyl was done for a long time, and it is back, and it is back with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when the arguments start about vinyl. I absolutely love it because you know what? I've got show you guys.
Show and tell time.
Well, I've been working on The Office. So I worked on The Office yesterday. See those black boxes?
Yes.
Okay. There's 3 more below that. All those are filled with records. Like to the point that I'm going to have to expand some other way. This was my expansion. Mm-hmm. This was my expansion when we moved in. That was 3 months ago.
Right.
And I'm going to have to expand again because
Jesus.
It's full.
Good God.
And for all of you that want to know if I put it up on the wall, yes, I did. There it is.
There it is.
I have 2 guns, 1 for each of you.
That's awesome. It's awesome. All right, baby. Well, okay, here you go. All right, so there we go. There it is. I'm no shit. How you doing, YouTube? Nice to see you.
How you doing, YouTube? How you doing there?
I gotta clean my desk. Zero's been grinding away, doing all sorts of shit. But yeah, there it is, right there. That's Thriller framed on the wall, baby. The OG. That's the one. And then, of course, we got more physical shit there. No, Loki, those are not Yankee candles.
A lot of candles.
Those are simple ones. But yeah, physical media is still a thing. And of course, we've got these and shit like that. I do have 4 of them. You can't see them because I've got nowhere to put these. But yeah. So yeah, hang on to your physicals. And god damn it. Yep. Vinyl should make a comeback. Fucking right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hang on to your physical media. Hold on.
Anyway, that was all I had. I mean, I got more. This room is not in the shape to be showing off anything. My hardware Nintendo collection is in the other room and the camera cord doesn't go that far.
Maybe so that's just all Metal Gear.
Yeah.
That's just one shelf dedicated to nothing but Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my Sony shelf.
That's the metal shelf.
So we've got the Spider-Man 2 PS5, the Metal Gear Solid PS3, the just a slim PS2 there, all the way over there on the end, the PlayStation thing.
Oh yeah.
And then all my PlayStation 1 stuff. Yeah, keep your physical media. Keep your physical media stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm not making someone sick looking at the video.
Yeah. No, Chris, they're not Yankee candles. Zero doesn't have anybody to buy them said Yankee candles. I bought those I bought them to put them in the house to help somebody make them feel more welcome. I mean, what type of guy puts fucking candles in the bathroom? So now I just kind of sit here and let them burn.
And Dean, take care, brother. I hope your knee gets to feeling better really soon. Joint pain sucks and it's cold. It's cold. We woke up and it was cold. What a great birthday present today was to wake up and have it be cold. Except my joints are going F you, F you, F you, F you, F you, F you.
God, that
Dark
canon
Shadow
does happen.
Logan. Dark Shadow Logan says Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite game franchises. It is my favorite game franchise. So to get into this really quick, back when the Nintendo first came out, I got lucky. I was the only one on my block to have one of the first gen, the very first Nintendos. I'm not talking about like later. I'm talking about when it first came out, before everybody went nuts about it. So my parents were at Montgomery Ward's, for anybody who remembers Montgomery Ward's, and it was getting close to my birthday. And the one of the managers convinced my parents to buy it for me for a birthday present. That it wasn't just an Atari, it was something else entirely. And that's how they sold it. It was something else entirely. It was beyond what an Atari could ever do. It was an entertainment system. Right? So they got me one. The very first game I got as a gift, besides Mario and Duck Hunt, was Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And you know what I did with it? I popped it in the Nintendo. I played it for 5 seconds and it went in a bin and sat there for like a year until I was bored one day. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and play this again. And I put it in there and I couldn't put it down after that. I played the hell out of it. And then I got Snake's Revenge, which isn't a Hideo Kojima game. I know that. But I got Snake's Revenge, and eventually I got Metal Gear Solid on PS1. That was right after I moved out. So I got Metal Gear was one of the first things I bought, and I had to sacrifice stuff to get it. I had to like eat light. So I ate like ramen noodles for a month because I bought Metal Gear. Mahogany Draws with $5 super chat says, "Come on, Zero. Gwyneth's badge candles goes great with Amaranth's yeast beer."
Oh, good God. I'll tell you what. Mahogany, I appreciate it. Zero is not too crazy about women right now, let alone those two you care to point out. Yeah, we're not going there.
No more cooter beer.
No. Oh, good. I mean, the thought of that just
No.
makes me friggin' cringe. I haven't ate in a couple days because I've been grinding away at other shit, but the thought of that alone is enough to just make me want to throw up in my mouth.
So thank you so much, Mahogany, for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright, and thank you guys so very much for all the birthday wishes, all of the birthday cheers, guys. You just this is for everybody. Thank you so. Thank you for everything today. This one's just for you, Mahogany. Skull! Almost called you Mankini. Makini Draws. It's Makini. It's Mahogany.
Mahogany. There's nothing
Mahogany.
wrong if you want to
Makini.
groom yourself a mankini if that's your thing. By all means, go for it. But not really my style.
Oh, crap. And Brandon, Looney Tunes Fan 2000 is here. He says, "What's up, Loki? Our stream is soon." Yes. We're going to have a stream over on Brandon's channel on the 1st. Hang out a little bit. He just had a birthday as well. Thank you, Brandon, so very much.
Good God, all the Scorpios are coming out this time of year.
That's right. Scorpios
yeah.
are coming out.
Be careful. We're prone to mood swings.
So I said this the other day. What the hell happened? We used to drink out of the skulls of our enemies, and now we drink amaranth. Yeast. No.
Oh, good
Nope.
God.
We're not gonna get all over that again because she already got all over it herself. But
oh, Jesus. And it doesn't matter what kind of crazy
Mankini
shit
joke.
is out
Stop.
there. Hey, I didn't start them. I merely did the dumb thing of adding to the collection, so I apologize. But yeah, good God. Yeah, it doesn't matter what type of sick crap you put out there. There's always going to be a bunch of sick group of perverts that are into that sort of thing.
DJ Ronna G says, generally, I rip backups of my Blu-ray movies now so I can watch them without putting the disc in. I treat the original disc as a sort of hard copy if my digital movie library gets nuked. That's exactly what I do. DJ Ronna G. So I've got a 20 terabyte drive that has games and movies on it backed up. So this is Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, all that fun stuff going up to the Xbox 360 and the Xbox PS3, or the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Right. And then I've got movies, backups.
Movies galore.
So I back up your media, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know when they're going to change something. And if they can change it digitally, they can sure as shit overwrite your copy and change it when you put it in a DVD player or a Blu-ray player or your Xbox or your PS5 or whatever.
Yep. Thank God none of my stuff is hooked up to the internet. I mean, my TV is, but that's, I'm not putting discs into my TV.
So,
but yeah,
you
gotta be careful out there.
160 terabyte NOS drive. Damn.
Jesus.
Damn. I thought 20 was overkill. Peli.
Well, I mean, sign of the times. You remember when terabyte drives were just coming out and we're thinking, good God, look at all that space. We're never going to be able to fill that. Who needs a hard drive that big? And then, just wait. There's 2 terabyte hard drives. And yeah, man, it's insane.
And 4s and 5s and 8s and 10s.
Yeah. Like Jesus.
That's what I've got. I've got a 20 terabyte Iron Wolf NOS setup. So, yeah, Peli, I am insane. That's why you want your backups.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a petabyte on the way.
I have the Wi-Fi turned off on my PS5 Blu-ray player. Really? I didn't know there was a way to do that. Petabytes. That's in
God, what's that going to be? 100 terabytes? 1,000 terabytes?
I bet you it's 1,000 terabytes.
Yeah, because they're going to keep going up by 4 digits. I'm pretty sure.
So that's crazy. No,
yeah,
and I don't want to get into too technical server talk or any of that this morning, because God will bore everybody and we're not trying to put you to sleep.
No,
we're trying to excite you and fire you up this morning and say, you know what? Fuck the entertainment industry.
That's what I said a long time ago. And I've said this on the show before. I said, Hollywood and everything attached to it can burn to the ground and never come back. And I wouldn't bat an eyelash about it. Oh, but just think you'll be missing out on so many exciting stories. No, I don't care. I just don't care, because nothing has come out that has excited me or made me say, I have to go see this or I have to go listen to that. There's just nothing out there. Maybe that's my midlife crisis talking to, like nothing.
Well, there is stuff out there. It's just cringe as fuck.
Yeah. And the stuff that's halfway decent, which is still not good enough in my opinion, but the stuff that's halfway decent is getting buried underneath all the other mainstream crap that's getting force fed down your throats.
Do you know how many viewers the CW had watching Batwoman when it ended? I think it was under 250,000. I'm pretty sure it was under 250,000. Well, geez, that's under 250,000 people. Do you know that they canceled shows when they dropped below 2 million? They were canceling shows. It's under 2 million. Oh, that's it. It's done. It's over. Yeah. Finished. Finito. Get rid of it. This show was bringing in a tenth of that. A tenth of what is cancelable. And they still were promoting it and still saying it needed to be saved and still pushing this thing that it was successful. This is not successful and it's not sustainable. It's
No.
not successful and it's not sustainable. And when you ask yourself why, because everybody's got to have a pat on the back. Everybody's got to get told they did a good job. Nothing can come in and say, you know what, you guys ran a shitty show.
Yeah.
Why? Because then the people that hated on it succeeded. That's all they're looking at. We don't want these people to feel like that all the hate is true. Well, guess what? It is. Because you made a shitty show. That's on you. It's not on us. Don't look at us and say, how dare you, Loki, talk crap about Batwoman or talk crap about Star Trek or talk crap about, how dare you? You have hired people that don't know a good story from a hole in their own ass.
No. There's far too many opinion pieces out there, is what I call them. There is a way to write a story and film a movie and do all that kind of stuff and construct a project that is good and decent and worth your time. You can put your opinions in there when you know how to write them in properly. But when you tear down and rebuild something that's existed for years before that, just so you can slap your opinions all over it, that's totally different. And I'm glad you brought up the Batwoman series, because holy crap, was that even a series? Wasn't their pilot episode and series finale the same damn fucking show? Like what? They had a lead actress who didn't even survive the first season. And then
Didn't
they
even
switched
survive
it.
the first season.
Yeah. I mean, God. Whether she was forced out or said, you know what, I can see the writing on the wall, I'm out. You know, Zero doesn't know anything about that, because Zero didn't give a shit about that, because he knew exactly what they were trying to do. And I laughed when it folded up and crumbled and exploded in on itself, because we knew that's what was going to happen. Because the opinions were taking priority, not the show, not the material, not the creative process, not the writing.
That's right. And they cannot continually throw money at something and expect it to do well just because they threw money at it. It needs creativity, it needs love, and it needs passion, not just more money. More money does not fix everything. And that is where they are living. That is where Disney is living. That is where Paramount is living. That is where HBO was living during Game of Thrones. That is where these people are living. We'll just throw money at it and it'll make it better. No, it won't. No, it won't. You have to love and care about what you are working on. And if you don't, then fuck off and make room for somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like putting lipstick on a pig. Kinsey, yes.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point, I'd be more entertained by a pig with lipstick.
And guys, Chris Persia just gave 5 Machiny memberships over on CFS Nation. So after this stream is over, make sure you make your way over there. And if you want, right now, get your butts over there and get a free membership.
That'd be nice.
ETEP suffered Keely Chow. ETEP suffered by watching all 3 seasons of Batwoman, and he didn't crack.
Ugh.
Batwoman broke ass. Yeah, that's why you've got Asda and the Golden Asses. Yes. It was because of Batwoman. The Asda.
Blah. Jeez. Yeah, what a sorry, sad state of affairs. It's a wonderful time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen.
They have made this mess for themselves, and they're the ones who have to clean it up. We're the ones who have to say, no, we're not watching your bullshit. No, I'm not watching another Star Wars show. No, I'm not watching another Batwoman. You just straight up abandoned CW. I used to love The Flash. The first 2 seasons of The Flash are absolutely epic. And then they fucked it up. Why? Because they brought all this shit into it. Because they brought this Batwoman crap. They brought all this crap into it that ruined it. that killed it.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Why?
bad way to go.
Political bullshit, pressure. Oh my God, we're gonna have Supergirl in a rainbow outfit because feelings.
Yeah, because feelings take priority.
So maybe we can get Director X on Mornings of Mischief someday. I hope so. I hope so.
All right. Well, there it is on the table.
They have got to fix this mess. It's not up to us, it's up to them. What is up to us is saying, no, I'm not going to go see your movie. No, I'm not going to watch your television show. No, I'm not going to financially support you. Even if the financial support getting cut off is not having the desired effect it is, you've got to keep it up. You cannot, just don't support it. Don't support it. Don't watch it.
That's
There
all
are
you gotta do.
a million channels on YouTube that are covering what's going on behind the scenes, that are covering what's going on in these shows. Do not give these companies the watches. Give them to the hardworking people that are working tirelessly to bring you facts, not fiction. Because you know what? The fiction that's out there, the fiction we talked about at the beginning of the show with this, it's all Kathleen Kennedy's fault. Blame Kathleen Kennedy. Blame Kathleen Kennedy because it's all her fault and she's the reason why all of this is happening. No, it's not all her fault. There's a whole bunch of shit going on here that they are a party to, but they didn't start. And what we've got to do is say, no, I'm not going to watch your shit. So support your fellow YouTubers. Support the people that are bringing you facts, not fiction. Because there's a lot of people out there spouting bullshit. Oh, well, as soon as KK gets fired, blah, blah, blah is going to happen. Oh, there's a civil war remember that? Remember that?
Oh,
there's a
good
civil war that'll determine the future. And it's either KK or Fabro. And once it's decided, one of them's gone and the other one will take over as the head of Lucas. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Those people that are lying and taking advantage of you and taking your hard-earned dollars, those are the people that are just as fucking bad as these bitches in the entertainment industry that are taking advantage of you, getting you to go see a movie when they're doubling down on this bullshit. They're the ones that are doing the exact same shit. Do not get taken in by these false prophets and these people saying they've got secret backroom fucking sources that are getting banged in the ass at Lucasfilm.
Oh my God.
And they know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Those people know who they are. Then you got some really stand-up people. You got some people like Midnight's Edge, like Andre and Tom over at Midnight's Edge, that continually verify sources and go, you know what? I just, one or two isn't enough. We've got to get more information. They continually verify information before they drop a story. Instead of just coming out saying, we've got a secret, super secret source at Lucasfilm that says that Kathleen Kennedy and Jon Favreau are going to fight to the death in a gladiator arena tomorrow.
Good God. Think of how much money they could make on that.
And they're not selling it? Sure, guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's a super secret gladiatorial arena at the underneath Disney, underneath the Magic Kingdom. It's underneath the Magic Castle. It's underneath Cinderella's castle. And Kathleen Kennedy and Jon Favreau are going to have a duel to the death. And whoever wins will be proclaimed the new leader of Lucasfilm. To Exec Center, One exec leaves. I love that, Project Cambrian. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very much.
Good people of Cyrodiil, welcome to the arena. It'd be the same thing, but I mean, the bottom line is there's the chain of command over there. Everybody's coming down the conveyor belt. So even if KK leaves or gets kicked out, just move one step to the left and we'll start anew tomorrow. Because it's more than one person causing the issues that have plagued it for the past several years now.
And this right here, Chris Persia, that is exactly correct. The definition of integrity. You have a responsibility to the people that you are reporting to. But too many people get sucked up in, I need money. Super chat me now. Super chat me. We've got super secret information. Send me super chats and I will divulge the information. That is no better than that scummy ass bitch that was like, I need $100 super chat before I continue playing this game.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Exactly. And you know what? If YouTube doesn't like that language, well, fuck them too.
Whatever.
Demonetize me by all means.
Just come at me. Come at me. It's Scorpio month. We don't give a shit no more. You want to pick up for the throwdown? Let's go, motherfucker. Let's rumble.
They ruined Marvel. Disney ruined Marvel. They ruined Star Wars. How much more evidence do you need to see that these people are failures? How much more evidence do you need?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a few $100 billion more in the form of dollar signs and financial support and backup and bailout programs.
Master Blaster is downgraded to a battery-operated buddy.
Aw.
Can I get a negative amount of super chat to make their account overdrawn? Sure you can, Mark. You know what? Go into there and tell them you're a fucking fraud and stop making shit up.
Yeah.
Because if more people did that and called them on their shit, the less that likely this shit would happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times, and I'm sure all you out there have seen this as well, but anytime, you're diving down the rabbit hole of YouTube or, the internet or whatever, and everyone's got the thumbnails out there like rumors, big leaks confirmed, blah, 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 something upcoming. I skip it all because I don't care. They're baiting you. They're pulling the bait and switch.
They're baiting you.
Yeah,
that's right.
You get the ones there to be like, all right, yeah, we're gonna talk about what this coming up, and then they'll go a whole 10-15 minutes, and then at the end it's like, oh well, I mean, it's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. I mean, if it's rumor control or facts out there or supposed leaks and shit like that, I wait until it comes directly from the source. That's all I care about.
And I am tempting you. I am tempting you, Mark. I'm tempting every single person out there. When you see this shit, call it out. Speak up and call it out. Why, Loki? Because if you don't, it's not going to stop. Just like this other bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's the same. It's a symptom of the same disease. And they have taken advantage of people for far too long. They are no better than those fucks over at Lucasfilm, over at Paramount, over the people that have been taking advantage of you for the things that you love. By all means, call it out. Why should we call out Disney, Lucasfilm, and all these people for doing this pandering bullshit, but we don't do it to ourselves when they do the exact same thing? We're going to make up some shit to tempt you into throwing us money. We're going to take Luke and we're going to completely twist him, but we're not going to show you any of that in the previews. We're going to make it look like he's a badass and the whole movie's about him. And then it's going to be about this other chick that no one knows, Ray Palpatine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just so he can come in there and drink the titty milk.
Mocking draws, low-key Sarkeesian. Everything is sexist, everything's racist, everything's homophobic, and you have to call it all out. I'm not going to get taken advantage of. Plain, simple, not going to do it.
We can't. We just can't. Because we know better. And everybody else should know better too. Because enough is enough. How do you know when it's enough? When you get into that mindset that says, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. You guys have screwed up far too much.
Guys, make sure you are subscribed and ring that bell over at Moxie Draws show coming up this morning on the 30th. We are going to link that show right now. I know Mox got to get ready for his show that's coming up. We're going to add that redirect link right now. Loki, why do you do that? Because Mockney is one of the best, the very best up and coming YouTubers, and he is going to be hot, hot, hot.
All right, all right.
Got to get going. New super chats available. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Have a great one. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for always being you, brother. I couldn't do this without you. Couldn't. I couldn't. So thank you guys so very much. Thank you, everybody. We're going to get out of here. We got a show coming up. We're going to have a quick show around 5 o'clock. So to give away a Cobra Hiss tank. So make sure you make that. That's 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Adega and I will be live at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight for a spooktacular special.
Ooh.
So do not miss that. We will be live. There's going to be a whole bunch of guests. This is a Halloween bonanza. We're going to have a whole lot of guests, a whole lot of stories. Can't wait to do this show later tonight with him. Don't miss the 5 p.m. giveaway for channel members, for patron members. We're giving away a Cobra Hiss tank on Loki's birthday. So,
right on.
Guys, thank you, Zero, so very much for being here, brother, and doing the show for me week after week. It is awesome to have you, brother.
We're still here. We're still here. We're still kicking. We're not going anywhere.
So, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And we'll see you guys later today for the giveaway and for the show with the Dega. Have a great one, everybody. We'll do it live.
Tremendous.
We'll do it live.
Like, comment, and subscribe. And
What?
hammer that notification bell.